I'm backing up my truck, I'm gonna hook it up, loading up my boat with all my gear. I've been working hard all week, trying to make ends meet, spending time wishing I was fishing. Whoa, Terry Wickstrom wants to take you fishing. Gather up your gear and come along. Whoa, Terry Wickstrom wants to take you fishing.
This is Terry Wickstrom. Join Karen Cullum, Greg Claudio, and me as we take you to some of our favorite fishing spots from Colorado to Minnesota, the Arctic Circle to Central America and beyond, as we revisit episodes of Mountain States Fishing and Angling Adventures Television on the best of fishing with Terry Wickstrom.
Hey, we're out here today and it's cold. We're at Granby Reservoir, just outside of Granby, Colorado, but it's about 4 below. But believe it or not, we think it's going to be a beautiful day. The sun's coming up and we think it's going to really get in the 20s. If the wind doesn't come up, it's going to be a great day. We're going to take you out ice fishing. We're joining Bernie Keefe. You've seen him on the show before. Morning, Bernie.
Morning,
now,
Terry.
why I took my glove off, I don't know.
I won't.
Bernie, you've heard him on the radio show and you've seen him on the TV show before. This is your lake. What kind of a day do you expect today?
You know, any guide trip I'd expect 20 fish with a shot at a larger one. We'll see if we get them. Maybe so, maybe not.
We're going to head out. Now normally if it was just Bernie and I going, we'd run and gun, just hit a couple spots. If we didn't find fish, we keep going. We got this rowdy group from Sun Honda with us today here. They brought their ATVs with. What we're going to do is we're going to take the ATVs. We want to show you how versatile these ATVs are. We're going to get out on the ice. We're going to probably set up a small village when we get out there with some tents and some shelters, and we'll get set up and we're just going to have a great day out there. This is Mark Kite. You've heard Mark on the radio.
Terry.
He calls in every week from Sun Honda. Why don't you introduce this rowdy group you got with you?
Well, Terry, we got Pete Dennison here, Scott Dennison, and Les Robinson from Sun Honda.
And we're going to go out and catch some fish. And this guy in the back here, you've seen him on the show before, Andy Wan from The Fan, 950 The Fan. I'll tell you what, guys, let's get out there, get the shelters set up, folks. We're going to show you what ice fishing on Granby can be. Just pay attention and we'll show you a really good time out there. Let's get going.
All right,
let's go. About halfway down the way.
So you pound the bottom, just lift it up a couple inches. Think crawdad a lot, okay? So you get a rhythm going, nice and slow, nice and smooth. They don't like jerky. So get it nice and smooth, get that rhythm going. Anything that interrupts that rhythm is a fish. So when you're doing that, when you're going, most of your hits are going to come right now anyway when you're setting it down. So if you hit bottom an inch too early, that's a bite. Set the hook. And when you set the hook, you go from here to here. Only do it quick and hard and powerful. Hold your rod up high, get on the reel, reel down under bend.
Gotcha.
Don't horse them up. have a little bit of fun with them. If you get a large fish, make sure you holler so we can help you land it. If you try to land a large fish through the ice by yourself the first time, you're probably going to get a sore hand and a broken line. And that's all there is to it.
Is it lunch or is it a trophy?
I think it's lunch, dude.
Oh, yeah, there we go. All right, good start, fish. Get his head started in the hole. Okay, lift gently now. Okay. Oh, nice one. Yeah. All right, my man. Way to go.
All right.
Come on up here. Get down here so you can see your fish. Get down, just kneel down right by him. Get a shot of you. Is that your first lake trout?
Yeah, absolutely.
Hold
Mark,
them tight by the tail.
you're not an experienced ice fisherman. Is this your first time?
Yes, first time.
First time ice fishing from
don't
Mark
drop in
Kite
the
from Sun Honda, and he catches all the big time guides and pros are out here, and the first guy that catches a fish is the guy that never ice fished before.
Right.
All right, Mark.
All right.
Way to go.
Thank you.
You bet. Very good.
Very good.
We're gonna. How big is that one, Bernie?
That's probably about 17.
So we're gonna keep a few and under. We're gonna keep a few under that 20-inch range.
Oh yeah, we want to keep 7 or 8 under 20, and we'll fry them up and have lunch today.
All right. You bet.
Yeah,
Throw them on the ice.
Yeah, throw them on the ice, and I'll take care of them.
All right. Way to go.
All right.
Better get back down there.
Very good.
Here
Good
we go.
job.
We probably recognize this guy's voice. Say something.
Hi, guys.
If you don't recognize his voice, at least you'll recognize when we tell you about him. If you listen to the radio show, this is Mark, who calls in on the radio show and does the report from Sun Honda. And you guys supplied the ATVs for today's trip, and I really want to thank you guys. Well, first of all, you've been a great sponsor of mine, both on the TV and the radio, and we've just done some wonderful things together. It's been, what a great relationship, and we just love working with you guys.
Yeah, we absolutely enjoy the relationship we have with you guys also, Terry, and it's been a lot of fun, and today's wonderful. This is my first time ice fishing.
And you already got a fish. He got the first fish. We just barely started. It's early yet. And he got the first fish. I haven't got one yet. Don't you know who I am?
You're the master.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I came to watch you.
And you got the first fish. That's awesome. You know what? As we get going and we got these guys catching fish, I'm going to do a lot of running around and coming to the holes and stuff. And if I catch fish, that's wonderful. And if I don't, I'm not so concerned. I want you to have a good time. But we really wanted to show the people a couple things today. Out there, we wanted to show them Bernie's guide service in Lake Granby. What a great opportunity. Isn't he a great guy?
Oh, he's great. Absolutely.
Super time up here.
Yep.
But the other thing I want to talk about, I preach mobility in ice fishing, and these shelters are a big part of what I talk about, and using electronics and moving. But, in some lakes I'll go and walk on them because you don't have very far to go. But when you've got a big lake like Granby to fish on, we came, 2-3 miles across the ice to set up here.
Right.
Now, if we're in the wrong spot, we could have wasted an hour just getting out here getting set up. Instead, we zip out here, we get set up. If this isn't the right spot, we'll fish for a couple hours. We'll take those ATVs, you saw it hook right to this sled, and away we go. Everything's in here. We don't really even have to unpack. We did some other things, shuttled some camera gear, so it's a little different setup. But we could have left the ATV hooked right to this shelter, and you could just move around at will and just be awesome. And what a great way to fish. Did I show you the inside of this shelter yet? I'm going to show it to you real quick. These are the fish trap shelters we had hooked to your ATV. You just take this and flip it up. So if we get cold, we flip this up. Now we're nice and covered. We set our heater up right here and we take our jackets off and we're toast.
Oh, beautiful.
Is this nice? But these are really great. Then if we need to go, we flip it back up. We got the trailer hitch. It's on that end. We back the ATV up, put the fish on.
All right.
Got one.
Fish.
Pull that transducer out of there, would you? All right, we'll talk more about the ATVs in a minute. All right. It's just this is a nice one, not a giant or anything. We'll get his head in the hole and we'll be fine. He wrapped a little bit. We got it. Oh, it's a nice one. Nice fish. Nice, typical Granby lake trout. Now, folks, we don't expect to catch giants, although there could be fish up to 40 pounds in this lake. But this is exactly what we expect to catch. Fish like this all day, and I'll tell you, we'll catch numbers of them. It's not uncommon to catch 30, 40 of these a day and just have a really good time. Right. Well, before we were rudely interrupted there, Mark, I was talking about mobility and the ATVs and Sun Honda. What a great fishery. Isn't this a great time?
Oh, it's beautiful. I'm having just a great time today, and it's just incredible.
But I want to get back a little bit more about the ATVs. What did we bring out here today for ATVs?
Well, today, Terry, we brought out a Honda Foreman, which is a 450cc unit, and then we also brought out Honda's Rancher electric shift, which is a 350cc unit.
And both those ATVs, I mean, for going across this snow-covered ice, were just awesome machines. You saw us pulling the equipment. How deep of snow can we run when we get on these lakes with those ATVs?
Well, you know, I mean, you can go a couple feet without too much trouble at all.
And most of the time these lakes blow and harden and it's like this.
Yeah.
So we're talking, and this, what a great way to get around. And there's several lakes in Colorado you can use ATVs on. You got to check the regulations. Granby's one, Lake John's one. There's just a number, and I don't want to mislead anybody, so check the regulations before you go. But I'll tell you what, a lake this size where you may want to cover water, say we want to fish rainbow trout. The rainbow trout are going to be right up against the bank. Big rainbows in this lake. So we don't want to say we got enough lake trout. We got tired of catching these 20-inch fish. We want to catch some big rainbows. Get on those ATVs. We can zip 3 miles in just a few minutes, especially with the portability of our sleds, those ATVs, and be going. It's just a great combination. And the neat thing about an ATV is if you're an outdoorsman, a lot of guys may use snowmobiles or other types of things. ATV is a year-round vehicle.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, just the versatility of it up here for the fishing show and what we're doing today is just like you said. It's incredible. You know, if we weren't having the kind of luck we're having today, Terry, like you said, I mean, we move and it's not a big deal. We hook up and just a piece of cake to get around.
And we got everything in sleds. By the way, do you guys sell any sleds at all?
We don't sell sleds, but you know, I'm sure you've got some outdoor shops and stuff like that do some of that stuff.
Well, I'll tell you, look for these fish traps. Oh, you got another fish on. All right. All right. Didn't even get my line back in the water from the last one. Mark's the man today. Right. Mark, the first time ice fisherman, the Sun Honda guy. Now you know why you're a sponsor. I get to keep you.
Great. This is great fun.
All right. Haven't seen him yet. All right. Now ease his head into the hole. Ease his head into the hole. This is where you want to be careful. This is where most of them are lost, folks. Once you get their head started in the hole, you got them. Oh, there you go. There you go. There you go. Okay. Here we go. Now we can just lift them out. Oh. There we go. Another nice fat one. Boy, these fish are fat and healthy. That's another keeper too. Yep, we're there. All right,
guys. We're having lunch today, right, guys?
Yeah. Another keeper lake trout. Look at how nice and fat and healthy. You know, that's really a sign that this fishery is coming back, folks. Let me tell you, this is just awesome. We're just going to have a great time out here. And you know what? The heck with you. I want to get back and catch another one. All right. Hey, Mark, just thanks to you and Sun Honda for coming out here with us. And just thanks for being a sponsor. And I'll tell you what, folks, we're going to give you some more shots of those ATVs. If you like what we bring you on Mountain States Fishing, or if you listen to the radio show, The Fan Outdoors, these guys are the title sponsor of one of our television shows and our radio show. If you like the information we bring you, stop by Sun. Look a Mark up and say, hey, I heard you on the radio. Hey, I saw you in a TV show. Thanks for being a sponsor. And no matter what, stop by Sun Honda and take a look. What, you got 300 motorcycles and 80 ATVs on the floor at any time?
Yeah, 300 plus motorcycles and ATVs and about 80,000 square feet of showroom, and it's a beautiful facility.
5-acre campus. In fact, we can give you a little shot of it right here.
That's right.
And it's just what a great place. And I'll tell you what, Mark, but let's get back and have some fun and enjoy the day.
Absolutely. Thanks, Terry.
You bet. Oh, all right.
All right.
Andy, all right, my man.
Thank you, Terry. That's for your birthday, buddy.
Did you tell people I'm 30 years old today?
Yeah, I didn't mention that, no.
Yeah. Show them Andy's fish.
For the camera?
Right.
This is Andy Wan from The Fan. If you guys, people who listen to me on The Fan Outdoors, Andy's from the radio station there. And if you saw our TV show from earlier in the year at Granby in the open water, you saw Andy, who, if you take his hood off, you'll recognize that he got his picture in the Denver Post. He's just a ham, wants airtime on the camera. And the guy next to him is Pete Dennison over here. You gotta show you Pete Dennison. Pete would have had his picture in the Denver Post, but he pushed the fish over his head back into the water, so we got Andy's. And how many you got so far today, Pete?
Well, it's a beautiful day.
You know what? You're gonna get hooked up. We're gonna catch lots. Everybody's gonna catch fish. I tell you, one of the great things, isn't this a great lake?
I love it. I love it.
What an awesome, awesome fishery. I tell you, come on. And Bernie's such a lousy guide, though.
I know. If we get rid of him, I think things will go a lot smoother.
I'm learning. I'm learning, and I'm going to figure this out one day. With Terry's tutelage, I'm going to learn how to fish.
I'll tell you what, Bernie, Chamber of Commerce Day. I mean, this is, folks, I tell you what, if you're going to ice fish, today's the day to do it. I mean, it was cold this morning. It was below zero, but the sun is shining. We're not even in the shelters. It's so nice. We got tents set up. We're catching fish, just having a great. What do you think? This is your first time ice fishing?
First time ice fishing.
So everybody that's been out the first time now has caught a fish. And what do you think about ice fishing?
I love it. I love it.
It's a pretty unique. What'd you think about watching on the electronics and stuff? Did you get to see some of that?
Well, he's my interpreter.
So he's kind of hogged the unit, is what you're saying.
He's my FO.
Well, Bernie, I want to thank you for setting this trip up for the guys from Sun Honda and me. It's great to fish with you again.
Terry, you know it's always fun fishing with you. These guys are always great to have out.
You know, you folks watching out there, Bernie's kind of become a regular on the show. He gets more airtime than I do. But you hear him on the radio show a lot. And Bernie, how long you been? You guide up a Granby, summer and winter. Obviously winter, we're out here on the ice
Obviously
right now.
winter. I guide up in summertime also, year round. I've been doing it for I've been guiding for 7 years now.
Fishing
Been
forever.
fishing this lake forever.
I know. Bernie, you're one of the most knowledgeable lake trout fishermen I've ever fished with, and we've always done really well with you. What, a typical ice fishing day out in Granby, what can a guy expect? Reasonably to come fishing with you. Now, by himself, we don't know his skill level, but if he comes with you on a guided trip, what can we expect?
If you come with me and you make the phone call with me a couple days before, I generally tell you what you're going to catch. In December and January, we normally have 20 to 40 fish days. Most of them are 17 to 22 inches. Just the other day we had 12 fish day, but they were all larger fish. Our largest was 33 inches. Then February it tends to drop off a little bit, and March it picks up again into April as long as the ice is safe and we have them good days again.
You're right. And then summertime. When are the best times summertime?
Summertime, ice off. Ice off is the most incredible time on this lake. You can fish any way you like to fish and you're going to catch fish.
And numbers of them.
And numbers of them, and you got the shot at the big fish, you got the shot at varieties. We come out at ice off, we catch rainbows, browns, macs. If we decide to chase kokanee, they're up shallow also.
Now, years ago, Granby used to have a reputation for being a big lake trout lake, and that's because of a change in regulations. There's still some big fish in here. I wouldn't be surprised if there's 40-pound fish in here yet.
No, I think there are.
But the odds are you're not going to catch big fish. Most of the time in Granby, you're fishing numbers of nice size, eater size type fish.
Granby is a numbers place anymore. It's a good place to come. I always tell people it's a good place to come to learn to fish lake trout.
Oh, it is, really.
If you learn here, you can go anywhere throughout the West and catch lake trout with the same techniques you have here.
And because of the numbers of small fish here that are so prolific, it's a good place to harvest a few.
Right.
That's a dink, Bernie. Everybody else is catching bigger fish.
Terry, it's the first fish of the year. I got to be happy with it.
Actually, it's a nice, healthy fish. Just exactly what we're trying to catch out here today. If you get your hand in their mouth, they do hurt. Nice, another nice, healthy eater lake trout. Granby, Colorado, fishing with Bernie Keefe. Thank you, my man, and the boys from Sun Honda.
Finally.
This might be a better fish, guys.
Easy.
All right.
Let him take his time.
If he's going to make a run on you, you can stop. The minute he stops running, you can reel.
It's either a bigger fish or Pete's really nursing this for airtime, I'll tell you.
Oh, it's a better fish. I think you're going to be happy with this one, Pete.
Holy cow.
Working with the pole.
That's cool to watch him swim underneath
you
there.
just made him a little bit mad.
Oh, he's diving.
Pete, why don't you complain about the jig he gave you again?
Yeah.
I knew when he put it on there that was going to be the home run lure of the day.
No, that's not what you said 10 minutes ago.
All morning long, Pete's been going, you give me this Kermit the Frog lure.
Yeah, okay, well, I just hadn't seen a frog with seven
on it.
I hadn't seen a frog with 7 legs before. That's good grief.
Pete, you're taking away from my fishing time now.
I don't know who's winning here.
Golly! Look at that!
That a beauty?
So Pete, tell me about that jig that's no good.
Well, at first I had my doubts, but trust Bernie because what he tells you is right. Okay?
So fish of the day so far.
So far.
Way to go,
Day is
Pete.
young. Well,
All
thank
right.
you.
I'll tell you what, Pete, that's one we're not going to keep.
Nah,
So
we're gonna
let's
put this one back. Catch it next time.
that'll be here for somebody else. Let's get him back in the hole.
All right.
That's what you guys were
All right, Pete. Hey guys, what a day! Yeah. Who had a good time today? We all did. It was great. Hey, Bernie, thanks for setting it up.
Thank you, Terry.
Bernie Keefe, you know, if you want to come up and fish Granby, you're going to have his phone number in the credits again. I can't recommend a better trip than Bernie's guide trips, whether it's open water or ice. Andy from the Fan, tune in and listen to the Fan Outdoors. Got these guys from Sun Honda. I'll tell you what, hey, Pete, you caught the big fish of the day.
Yeah, man.
Thank you, made a show for us. Mark, thanks to you and Sun Honda, the use of the ATVs and setting it up. I'll tell you what, guys, what a day. Is this Chamber of Commerce weather? This is what, I'll tell you what, if you get a chance, first of all, stop by Sun Honda and check these out for whatever you do in the outdoors. I tell you, you're just going to, they're wonderful. There's no better place to go. 88th in Washington, really 88th in Pearl. You got to drive around behind. Stop and see them. Tell them you saw them on TV. Tell them you heard them on the radio show. If you want to go fishing, give Bernie a call. But whatever you do, just get out, enjoy this kind of weather, enjoy the fishing, and join us next week on Mountain States Fishing.
Oh, another one on.
We got another
Keep
fish
it tight,
on?
keep it
All
tight,
right,
keep
all
it tight.
Your son's got another one, Pete.
Steady
Keep the rod
pressure.
bent.
There you go.
And then work his head up
Let
into
the
the
reel
hole.
work for you.
See him yet?
Here he is.
Oh, nice one, nice one. All right. Now that's 2 for you so far. And your dad's got how many?
I'm not worried about that. I'm trying to pass Kite here.
All right, guys, let's do it. I'm getting tired of landing your fish, Kite.
Yeah.
Keep steady pressure and just ease him up into the hole. Just keeps reeling. If it's a big fish, he starts to take drag. That's when you got to watch. Oh, so thanks for letting me help. I see you need a lot of help there. You got him right out, drags him out of the hole. Another eater. Well, I'll tell you what, you guys, I'm going over to my place and catch some more fish.
A minute ago. Oh, I need some sucker meat for you again.
Scotty?
Here, this Scott
We don't
says,
even need that
hey,
sonar
Pete,
thing. We're such rookies.
Pete, Scott's taking bids on the hole over here.